it's not like there was a thriving Palestinian economy pre-COVID. We were speaking about an economy that was already being strangulated and a stagnating economy. So COVID is landing in a perfect storm of economic stagnation, following, of course, decades of colonial de-development policies. And here I'd have to stress that this is not arbitrary because there's a conflict that goes up and down. These have been consistent policies by Israeli governments, whether so-called to the left or to the right, policies of de-developing the Palestinian economy, both integrating it and subordinating it to Israeli capital. So the Paris Protocol is the economic side of the Oslo Accords. And funnily enough, a lot of people like to speak about Oslo, but often people don't talk about the economic side of it. In the most basic way, the Oslo Protocol binds the occupied territories and Israel in one taxation envelope. So Israel collects these taxes and has been withholding these taxes. This is pre-COVID, has been withholding these taxes from the Palestinian Authority. This amounts to 65% of the revenue of the Palestinian Authority, which it uses to pay its employees, etc. The Oslo Protocol and the Paris Protocol in particular links Palestinian infrastructures with Israeli infrastructures. So when you're paying for your phone bill, you're essentially paying, or your internet bill, you're essentially paying an Israeli company. Value added tax is connected to the Israeli value added tax. It cannot be more than 2% in the occupied territories. So we are really speaking about a captive economy that is sealed off from the outside world, from international markets. There around 50 to 60% of imports to the occupied territories come from Israel, but 85 to 90% of exports go to the Israeli side. So there's utter dependence of this and integration of the Palestinian economy. Pre-COVID, unemployment rates were at 25 to 30% in the West Bank, but up to 50% in the Gaza Strip. This is in addition to extremely low labor force participation of 47%. And the West Bank has one of the lowest women's labor participation, even by regional comparison or international comparison. So this economic situation, again, pre-COVID, has seen a deep drop in real wages and a rise, because of a rise of basic prices of things like fuel, food, and housing. The manufacturing industry has almost collapsed. It has shrunk to 11%. The agriculture industry and the fishing industry have dropped to 3%. This is the lifeline of any economy, especially in the West Bank, and the Gaza Strip would have been this agricultural sector, this fishing sector. All of this not only hasn't been allowed to develop, it has been systematically destroyed.